wanted to ask you on here live because I wanted to get your normal reaction. I got a funny question. So it's a rumor I heard, and I want to know if it's true. So man, I heard we have a big game. I think it was against Tennessee. It's a big game, an ESPN game for the people that gonna be watching and listening. When it's ESPN, we want to make sure like our line straight. We getting a fresh cut. We want to make sure like when we on when we on ESPN, we want to make sure we on point. So man, I heard it was y'all went and got y'all pregame cut. Yo, barber. Well, I don't know if it was your main barber or it was just a barber you went to that it was last minute. I don't know. Man, they said he messed you up. He messed your line up. They said that game you had to wear a headband. You had to wear a headband that game because the barber messed your head up. And I want to know, and the people want to know, is that true or not?
Yeah. I confirm that. And to confirm that, and it's so crazy. Like I said, most of the time when you go through the toughest stuff, the greatest things happen because out of all the games,
you had the best game.
I made Sports Center.
Hey, what's up? My name is Rodney Cooper. I'm the host of Locker Room Talk with Coop. I got another great guest that's coming in for you guys. I got my bro, Chris Hines. Coming out of high school, he was 4A Player of the Year. And his senior year, he won the state championship, which never happened in high school history at his high school, which was Hillcrest Evergreen. And after high school, he decided to go the JUCO route and play for Southwest Illinois from 2007 to 2009. Then he decided to play for the University of Alabama from 2009 to 2011. And after his collegiate career, he played professional basketball overseas up until he got injured. And me and Chris, we had a great conversation. We talked about his story. We talked about adversity in his childhood that he had to overcome. It definitely was vulnerable. It definitely was authentic. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And guys, make sure that you guys like, comment, share this video with somebody you think will enjoy it. And also hit that red button or those red letters that says subscribe for your boy if you're enjoying the show. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. So let's get it. So we got my guy Chris Hines on the show. What's up, bro? Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. So let's jump right into it. So talk about your story, being from Evergreen, Alabama, playing high school ball at Hillcrest Evergreen, going the JUCO route up until the point you decide on playing for the University of Alabama.
I started playing my high school was in Evergreen, Alabama.
Okay.
I played at Hillcrest. I watched our team for the first 3 years of my high school career. Get bounced out at the first round of regionals.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. We went to regionals my 9th grade year. I was able to be playing with the varsity team. I watched them get put out at the first round, first game in regionals. Same thing for my 10th grade year. By my 11th grade year, I was starting, and I thought we'd do a little better. I thought we'd be doing a little better myself. So, But anyways, long story short, we got bounced out again. So, and might I remind you, my high school had never won a basketball championship. We had a lot of talent in our city in basketball, but never won a title in basketball since our school existence. I think it was like 1987, 1986 it was, something like that.
Okay.
So 2006 was the year, my senior year. Man, we went through so much. That's why I say sometimes, like in life, when it gets the hardest, and it gets the most, and you struggle the most, is when great things happen, man. Like, I'm for real, because we had such a struggle that year, like just trying to keep our team together. For one, I had a crazy summer with my Alabama Challenge crew. Jared Bartlett, rest in peace. We had
I didn't even know you played with the Alabama Challenge. Okay. It seemed like we all played with the Challenge. It seemed look like
bro, it was the best thing going, man.
Yeah, right.
That was like the number one AAU team in the state at the time, man. Like I said, Jared Bartlett did a great job of recruiting guys, good guys to play on that team, man. Like I said, rest in peace. One of the best guys I first met on this basketball path, man, that helped me tremendously, man.
Good guy, man. Great dude. Yeah.
Great guy. So I had a great a great summer in basketball, playing with the challenge, and we had won like number 4, and we went with number 4 in the country down in Orlando at Walt Disney Wild World of Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting recruited to go to other high schools, of course. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
didn't
That's
even
how it is, yo.
I didn't even know if I was gonna come back to Hillcrest. To be honest with you. And then I finally made up my mind. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stick it out. I ain't the type of guy, to go switch a rule here, switch a rule there. So
Right.
I'm gonna stick with what I know. I got family there, so I end up sticking it out. You know what I mean? So I stuck it out. We had one of my good friends, Nick Lovelace. He was the 5-man for us that year.
Okay.
He didn't even know if he was gonna play. He was in and out of school. He actually had quit school his last year because I think they had messed up his grades or something like that, and they weren't trying to give him and they
Daddy
weren't trying
do
to
this,
give him
boy. Daddy do this.
yeah,
Yeah.
He owned it. So he actually had like, you know what? I'm quitting school. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm just gonna go and start me on welding and go learn me a trade. And my high school coach and a couple other guys from the team, we end up going to him and basically talking back into just coming back and just being a part of the basketball team that year. And then, hey man, if you don't still want to do it anymore, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do. But we need you here, for this season, man. Like you're a huge part of this team.
Right.
And like I said, and it was like pulling teeth because Nick had made up in his mind he didn't even want to play anymore, man.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got him back on the team that year. We ended up talking him back into school. Went through the school year. I think we of course we was good. Won regions, won state, and we ended up winning the first ever title in my high school existence in 2006, man. Championship in school history, man. I averaged like. No, I felt like I averaged 30 a game, but they got me down for 26, 27.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You averaged 26.8. Yeah, right. Yeah. But you felt like you averaged 30. I got you.
I felt like that, man. I felt like that.
Yeah.
But I had a great year that year, man. It was a year of tons of just, congratulations and, a lot of love from the city, doing things that the city had never seen or done before.
Yeah.
A lot of people came out, parades, all that good stuff, man.
Right.
But only thing about it was I hadn't took the ACT. I hadn't took the ACT.
Yeah.
So, and that's just, that's how I look. Small town, country town.
Right.
And, you don't hear about these things. You just out here playing ball and you don't hear about these things that, you need to get taken care of, in order to qualify Division I, So I ended up having to go JUCO route. But before I went JUCO, I ended up going to prep school, North Atlanta Prep Academy, over in Atlanta, with Coach Wilkins, Dominique Wilkins' brother. He was my coach.
Yeah,
John Wilkins. I never forget it, man. Great guy, and everything, man. So I ended up going to prep school. We had a nice little prep school career. And I still haven't ended up signing JUCO.
Yeah.
I ended up going to Southwest Illinois College. In Belleville, Illinois. So
how was that though? How was that going from, a country town going all the way to Illinois? Like, what was that like?
And that's why I did that, man, because it was something different. I needed to get away from around, a lot of people that I was with. I wanted to get I wanted to branch out and get on my own. I really had a great feeling about the coaches that was there.
Yeah.
And it proved me right. I still to this day talk to this guy called me and I talked to him and he talked to me to this day. 15 years later, Coach Jay Harrington. I just talked to him the other day and he told me, he said, you know what? With the Three Rivers coach retiring, he said, I am now the number one active coach in wins in JUCO, in the JUCO world. So I was like, I said, Coach, you deserve it, man.
Yeah, right. And it's crazy, man, because I know with you saying you from a country town, that I'm from a country town too, small town. What helped me, recipe Jerry Bartlett. Also shout out to my AAU coach, Coach Cortez Harris. AAU helped me out a lot as far as like traveling and stuff like that, going to different places. And, being in the hotels, hanging out with my teammates and stuff like that, being away from home because like I didn't have that type of outlet to be able to just go travel and stuff like that. So AAU definitely helped me out a lot as far as being able to see these different places. That was the first time I ever flew on a plane. I was scared as I don't know what either, but I tried to sleep. I would close my eyes. I was scared, bro. That was the first time I flew a plane was AAU basketball. So that was dope, man. So, but continue with your story though.
Oh no, man, it was good. You good. But AAU definitely help you. See what it is that you want to be doing, and get you out and see some places, and you won't have that fear factor going into places when you do get recruited to go places,
Facts.
man. To step out there, man. But so yeah, man. So I ended up going JUCO. Man, I had a great JUCO cast with me. My first year, my boy Josh Harrison, he ended up playing at Kentucky.
Yeah.
I actually played against him once I got to the SEC because he left after his first year of my JUCO. Devron Bostic, he went to play up in Minnesota with Tubby Smith.
Okay, yeah.
He also won JUCO Player of the Year my freshman year there. So man, big ticket. His name Tyrone Bradshaw. He's like 6'8", 6'9". Silly jumps.
Yeah,
man. But man, I had a great time in JUCO, man. Belville, Illinois showed a lot of love, man. My coaches there, Coach Campo, Coach Jay Harrington, his family. He got one of the most best families like you ever want to meet.
Yeah.
Two daughters, wife. She does dancing and nutcracker shows and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
always had to go set up for that stuff and help her with stuff like that. And it just gets you in the family setting. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't just go there and it's all about basketball.
Facts.
It gets you ready for not only basketball but for life. That's one reason why I left where I was from, because I was from a place that was a small town.
Yeah.
And if you wasn't on the corner, drinking a 40 and holding a conversation and smoking a
Newport, right?
You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it was, And like I said, I knew I didn't want that life for me. I had heard all the stories about the guys before me. I would see some of the basketball legends. They point at him, oh man, Poe White, one of the best players ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But shit, he's on drugs now. You know what I mean? He's hanging out at the store every day. I didn't want that to be my life. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't want that to be my life. So I said, you know what? I want to go out and write my own story,
Facts.
and be successful, man. Like just do me, just get out around a bunch of people that know me, and grow somewhere else, and basically start over and grow somewhere else, man. And it worked out.
And that's what drives me too, man. Like just hearing you talk about your story, and like we got similar stories as far as like, seeing people that have played ball or quote unquote said they played ball, and then next thing you know, you see them, at the courts, trying to live their dreams on the kids and talk about what they used to do back in the day, sit at the gas station, drinking a 40, smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. But my drive is to, show the kids like I'm from the same, environment you guys are from. I come from Hurtsboro, Alabama, and showing them that it's possible because, it's limited resources. For me, we got to drive like 20 to 30 minutes out in each direction just to get somewhere. All we got is a gas station and Dollar General. You feel me? So that's like facts.
Sound about right.
Yeah, you're right. So like that's one of my drives, like to show them like I come from that same town, man, and you can do whatever you want to do, man. Like I want to show them that it's possible. You feel me? So, but I ain't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to throw that in there too. So,
oh man, you good? I'm loving it, man. I love it. I love hearing it, man. Like I said, it's motivation. You very motivated, man. I watched majority of your interviews, man.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Things that go through, man. Like and just hearing other people's point of view. That's what help build your character, man, and help build that fire, man. Just hearing other people's stuff. If you can't hear somebody else's story and it don't inspire you, then you just gotta find what works for you. But man, me hearing other people's story and how they made it, like that's everything to me, man. I love hearing stories like that, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who recruited you from Bama when you was
man, they're gonna put a smile on my face. But that's the thing about it. When I was playing AAU from ninth grade, Pettway was a part of my...
this man, Pettway. Pettway. Hey, I think they just taking us through a machine. They get us to the Alabama Challenge, and Pettway just cranking them out, boy. Pettway ain't playing.
He has some contact. He has some connections.
Man, he ain't playing.
But dog, that's my dog. I love that guy. I used to watch.
That's my dog too.
grade. I used to watch this guy when I was in the 5th grade. He was his school, Wilcox Central and Hillcrest,
Yeah.
were like rival schools in basketball.
Yeah.
But in order to be a rival, you got to win some. So
Right.
once they start winning, there wasn't no rival no more. But
Yeah.
but I used to watch him come over here with them twins, man, and tear our school, tear our gym up, man. Like
Yeah.
one of them gyms, we don't discriminate. We just want to see some good basketball.
Right.
So
Right. Facts.
you
Yeah.
come in
Yeah.
there, you playing some good basketball. We gonna root for you, man. But they
Right.
was dunking, and I watched that, and I seen that in 5th, 6th grade, and that just about made it for me, man. I enjoy him. But anyways, I get to the 9th grade. He's my AAU coach, right? I
Right.
get to the 12th grade. I get out of prep school. I think he was at Jacksonville State at the time. He was recruiting me to come to Jacksonville State. And I'm like, Pitt, man, I love you to death, my brother. I love you to death. But I can't do Jacksonville State, man. You know what I mean?
Straight up. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love you, man. But
Yeah.
man, you can go call me, tell them both on the road there in Tuscaloosa, man. You know,
Up the right.
I got you.
I got you. Yeah.
So it's so crazy and ironic that by the time I go through prep school, and I say, guys, timing is everything, man. Because
Right,
like I said, if I had to took if I didn't go to prep school and I had to come out almost a year earlier, maybe Pettway is not there to recruit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, guys, timing is everything. So he took me through that extra year on my life. I mean, on my recruitment and playing ball.
Thanks.
But at the end, he landed me where I ultimately wanted to be.
Right.
So I went through
Crazy
prep
how
school.
it works. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. So I went through that year of prep school, and by the time I'm getting ready to come out of prep school, and I'm going to do my 2 years of JUCO, here comes Pettway again. I think he do my first year. And look, he got that crimson and white on.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
He done made it from the Gamecocks up the road to the Tide, baby.
Yeah.
What's up, baby? You know what I mean? What's up?
Man, I swear, he did the same thing with me, bro. When he was trying to find my high school, bro, he always say that joke talking about, man, Coop, I was trying to find your high school, but I seen some goats on the side of the road. They had a sign up to my goats or something. I like, man, you ain't see no goats, man. Still, I stop playing, man. But nah, Pettway a good dude, man. He really comes off as like a big brother, man. That's why he great at what he do, man. That's why he one of the top recruiters in the country, because he know how to connect with them players, man, at that level, man. But it's dope, man. But it's crazy. I did not know Pettway had recruited you coming out. But okay.
Yeah.
So man, Pettway, man, Pettway everywhere. Pettway probably recruited all of us.
Well, he probably did. Now he worldwide. Yeah. My boy McKay, all of us, man. Shoot,
yeah.
He there, man. Pettway that deal. Now like I say, he's just a great relationships guy, man. He's great with relationships. When I remember AAU, man, we never could stop laughing, messing around with him, man. Like, he was always.
He got jokes for days.
He always kept the move. Yeah, oh man, he always kept the move flowing, man. He's a great guy, man. I said, man, you know what? That guy gonna make a great brother and a hell of a father one day, man.
Facts.
And like I said, it's true to true story. Man.
And I know you was talking about as far as it's crazy you was talking about life, like sometimes when you going through like the trial and tribulation, the ups and the downs, and going through hard times, it really can be the best thing for you. And I always say, like, when you go through the adversity, it builds character. So, man, I was doing some research on you, man, and it's a lot of things I didn't know about you. It makes it dope because all the things you accomplished up until this point, you pretty much beat the odds. You feel me? So share as much as you can with the people as far as, as a kid, some of the adversity that you had to overcome growing up.
Well, first just coming up first and foremost, my upbringing was a little bit different from a lot of guys because number one, I was kind of like I was put up for adoption before I was a year old. I was put up for adoption before I was a year old, so I really wasn't brought up with my initial immediate family. But it was love. I learned a lot of things in the family that I was brought up in. But my mom, she was very smart, so smart that she kind of drove herself mentally unstable. She went mentally unstable. My mom did a test one time, and she tested her IQ was higher than over like 89-90% of the world's population. That's just how smart she was. I'm sorry, man, but
you good, man.
she graduated from top of her class from Principal College in Maryland. I mean, she
Yeah.
was very smart. She wrote books. She was the editor. God rest her soul. She's passed now, but she was real smart. But sometimes people like that can be misunderstood because she was kind of like a nerd.
Right.
And by the time she had me, she had to give me up, or whatever. So she gave me to this lady, Miss Hines. She got me. She was 62 years old when she got me, and she ran a daycare. And like I say, so and I was around, with her while she was running that daycare and whatnot. But she adopted me, and she already had 10 kids of her own. I grew up in the house, well, not in the house with them, but they would come around. But
Yeah.
they was a lot of them was out. She was 62 years old, I say. But she had four daughters. No, I'm sorry, four boys and six girls already. And she adopted me as her 11th child.
Yeah.
To be there in the house with her, and so there, and I rolled like that. My pops, he passed when I was like 4 or 5, so I really didn't get to know him.
Yeah.
So I really kind of bounced around a little bit and coming up because you know the 62-year-old lady, Miss Hines, that adopted me, she ended up passing while I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And when she passed, I got to be with my niece. Rest her soul. She just passed this past November.
Sorry
So
to hear that, bro.
yeah, man, it's a lot, man. That's why I live life the way I do, Coop. Because
Right.
man, you just have so many things that leave you. Like a lot of people don't know until stuff tragic happen in their life. But
Right.
when people start leaving here in your life, man, that you think a lot of, and that you spend a lot of time with. And like that those things hurts, man. So you just
Yeah.
start living your life so freely and so open and just, and you know what I
Right.
mean, and you tend to just grab and cuddle up with the one that you love, man. Like
Right.
my girls, my family that I have here now, man. It's like, man, you know what I mean. I just give them so much love, bro. Because like I
Right.
say, it just hits different when so many people continue to leave here on you that you really got a lot of love for.
Got a lot of, yeah. And man, I appreciate you for sharing that part of your story, man, because the thing is, like I tell people all the time, and I tell kids a lot too, you know, everybody has a story to tell, just the people who have the courage to tell their story. And I know, like, just like the group text that me and you and that Scotty started, and that I text, probably like a month, few weeks back, I was like, your message, your testimony. You feel me? So, all of us have a story, but the thing is, like you was talking about, early on, you was saying that, you get inspired by people's stories and stuff like that. So I said it's either two ways that you look at, people's stories or people's mistakes. Not really mistakes, but lesson that they can learn is that, it's either you become inspired from it, it takes you to the next level, or it makes you aware of, if you go down that road, the consequences that will come behind it. So I really feel like people need to, and people need to, take that into consideration. And bro, I appreciate you sharing that part and being vulnerable and being open to share that, because it's gonna be young people that gonna be watching this. It's gonna be, people that's probably going through something similar. Just for you being open and willing to share that, it can help them to be able to, accomplish the thing that they want to accomplish, and not feel like they the only one that's going through that. You feel me? So I know you talking about your girls, man, your family, then, especially with things you had to go through at a young age, having to grow up quick. What does family mean to you?
Man, family means everything to me, man. You go through the most with the people that you communicate with and talk to every day.
Right.
If I don't communicate with you and I don't know you, then I can't interact with you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Facts.
So family's a lot, man. They think, and then a lot of times family think they know and they really don't know.
Right.
Uh, always, it's it's a full-time reality check, man. It's a
Yeah.
full-time reality check with family, man. And like, they always, look at you and what you may have or what you're doing, but they don't look at what all you went through, man.
Went through the right.
Went through, like, if you wanted to walk in these shoes and run all these runnings and do with all this and watch everything and saw everything I saw, man. You could have had these shoes. I give them to you. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Facts.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
but you can't. I mean, that's why I never look at somebody else's life and be like, man, I wish I had it. Like, because you don't know what those people
You don't
went
know
through
what
to
went
get
through.
there. You know what I'm saying?
I was just having this conversation the other day. I was saying that, a lot of kids say they want to play Division I basketball and be a pro, but I said, man, do you really want to know what it takes to get there? Because it's not
Exactly.
you just seeing the end result. You just seeing the
Yes, you
byproduct
seen
of
the
all the
shine.
work.
You ain't
The
seen the
sign. You
grind.
see the byproduct of all the work that's been put in. But I mean, by all the
Yeah,
work that's been put in. But
right.
man, it's gonna be some hell. It's gonna be some hell you go have to go through. Like me and you both know preseason conditioning. You know, practice it be days of like, we don't we cool, but it's just one of them days that the coach then took her through. Like a tough day, and sometimes we get locked up. Sometimes we get in some little tangles and stuff like that. But it is what it is, just a part of it. They ain't doing that but making each other better. But they just see like the end result as far as we shooting threes, we dunking, we doing all this and that. But man,
Mm-hmm.
it's some tough days you got to go. Well, it's a lot of tough days you got to go through to get to
A lot
that
of tough
level.
days.
Yeah, yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
Them
Fact,
4:30 get ups, them
man.
going to sleep at 11, and
Right.
you got to get right back up at 4:30 that next day.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
study hard from 9:30 to 9:30 to 10:30
Man.
or whatever you got to do to get your
Yeah.
job done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they don't you don't know, you don't realize all that, but so it's a lot, man. It's a lot it
Yeah.
takes to be a student athlete and being athletes. Period, man.
Mhm.
Just it's a lot. It's a
Right.
lot.
And I know what you were saying as far as with family, man, how it means everything to you. I know, especially with 2020, man, it pretty much shows, well, to me personally, it pretty much shows like you gotta take like day by day and appreciate and have gratitude as far as every day that you open your eyes, every morning you open your eyes. Because I know as far as me, like it showed me, and I hope it shows everybody else that, the three most important things are, the man above God, your health and family. And those things, especially with family, man, is very important for me because I know a lot of people. They ask me, they say they wonder why the way that I am, the way that I'm wired, and stuff like that. And besides me being curious and eager to learn and self-educate myself, is my family. It's from my mom, her toughness, her work ethic. Like my 28 years of living, I haven't heard her complain once. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
My sister, her intelligence, her being able to catch on to things quick. My pops, his competitive edge. My brother, his patience, staying even keel. So if you put all those traits together, you got me. So I
Mm-hmm.
always go back to them, man, and I really do appreciate, the things they instilled in me just from me looking from afar and from them, speaking vocally to me at times too. So at what age did you decide to take the game serious? And was it somebody that spoke into your life that made you like, hey, I need to take this thing serious, or was it a moment in your life to where you was like, man, I need to change the narrative. I see all the people, doing what they doing. Man, I want to do something different.
That's a great question.
Mm.
Great question. But to answer that, man, like I really just played like I always heard stories of my dad. He was real good. He was real tall and he
Yeah,
could jump. Like I say, he died when I was 5, so I never really got to like you just saying like all these are these are who you made up of. You know what I mean? But
right,
I never got to meet my dad or
right,
really know him like that. You know what I mean? I was probably remember a few flashbacks of in my head, but
right.
um, I just hear like a lot of people that would tell me that he was good in basketball, woo to woo. Uh, and but my sister, she was pretty good in basketball too. And I'll tell you that. But outside of like me just being naturally taller than everybody that I was always around,
Yeah.
coming up young, so I felt like basketball chose me a little bit, and I
Okay.
and I, you know what I mean, because I was always it was always easy for me.
Right.
It was easier than it was easier for me than the people that were around me playing. 'Cause I saw them playing; they were struggling. That's how I said.
Yeah.
I must be pretty good
Yeah.
then.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
got them problems. You know
Yeah.
what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But man, outside of just watching my sister play, because I really, to be honest with you, up until I was like 13, and I remember I was 13. I was up in Tennessee watching my cousin Cole Nelson. Shout out to him. He just signed to go to Virginia Tech and play football. He's one of the top DNs in the state of Georgia this year.
Word. Yeah.
But when I was 13 and I was there in the YMCA watching him play, he was younger than me. I was 13 though, and I was just messing around. Like I said, I was just playing around with the ball at halftime, and I dunked it at
Yeah.
like 13. I mean? I was like 12,
Hey,
13.
that's crazy. Okay,
Right?
yeah,
And this guy, I'll never forget, this guy named Troy Whiteside came up to me. And he was like, man, you're going to go to the NBA.
yeah,
I was like, what? I was like, man, I'm from a small town in Evergreen. I was up there just visiting, during the summer, watching my cousin play basketball.
yeah.
And he tried his best to get me to come up there to go to a private. He walked me into Buzz Peters. Buzz Peters was the head coach of Tennessee at the time. He
Yeah,
walked me into Buzz Peters' office at the University of Tennessee while I was at the 12, 13 years old. Next day, he gave me his number. The next day, he came pick me up from my folks' house up there in Tennessee.
that's crazy.
And
Yeah, yeah,
yes, that was crazy,
that's
man. I was like,
crazy.
this
Yeah,
is mind blowing for
yeah,
me because I'm
yeah.
like, I've never,
Right,
I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
experienced nobody like this and took me serious like this in basketball. I'm 12, 13 at the time, you know what I mean?
right.
And I was just playing around at halftime, dunked the ball. Dude came out there and said, hey, man, how old are you? And I
Yeah,
told him, I said, I'm 13. What? Oh, you finna go to the NBA. Give me your number. But that instance was an instance, and I'll never forget. I ended up not going up there. I ended up not moving up there. My uncle didn't want me to move up there. The one I was staying with.
yeah.
He said I was bad. I didn't know how to act. So he didn't want, but I think he just loved me. I just think he just loved me a lot. He didn't want to
Right.
see me leave.
Yeah.
I say everything happened for a reason. So I
Thanks.
ended up staying down in the country, and later on that summer, it's crazy because all this stuff happened in like the same summer almost. I go out to Martin's Restaurant up in Montgomery, Alabama. I went to Martin's Restaurant up in Montgomery, Alabama,
Yeah.
and I was sitting there eating, and I stood up, and I met the Mays, and I started playing on the Dream Team, and I had one of the best games of my young life. I think I went out and I scored like 40, 42, 45. I think it was like 42, 44 points.
Okay.
And,
What age was this?
I was like 13 at the time.
This man gonna score 40 and 13.
I was like 13. I was like 13,
Yeah.
14 at the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like, man, when you have those kind of moments and you get that kind of feedback from people, you know what I'm saying? Like it's opened up your eyes to the game. You know what I mean? And like what the game can do for you if you continue to progress and get better. And all this happened when I was in like the 9th grade. And that's when that's when I believe I started taking the game serious. I didn't because we didn't have trainers and stuff like that, right? Like these kids got now.
Right.
We wasn't in no gym at like 5th grade, 6th grade. You know what I mean? Bouncing these balls like they are now.
Yeah.
But that's why the skill level of the game is getting better and better because people are starting to see, and they're taking these kids in the gym at a way younger age and getting them better. You know what I mean? Versus them just doing what they do on their own.
Yeah.
But man, I see kids now in the gym, man. They be in like 2nd, 3rd grade. They end up just working pound.
Right. Yeah.
Like, dang,
it's crazy. We just playing our raw talent. We just playing our raw talent. Yeah.
Like, where was that guy? Where was that? I need that.
But nah, man, it's a lesson within itself, man. Especially like for kids, man. Like just somebody to give them that belief, and then for them to believe in themselves and get that confidence within themselves, and on top of that, them being able to get outside their environment. Because I talk about it on a lot of the different episodes because it's a common thread that exposure leads to expansion. So you got to get outside of your comfort zone. You got to get around people that's go either at your level or better than you so that you can grow. And that's with anything. That's not just direct towards sports. That's with life, that's with business, that's with any profession you want to do. Like you want to get around the people that go stretch you, that go grow you. So so with everything that you accomplished, man, in high school, being 4A player of the year, winning the state championship, your senior year, and things like that. And the numbers you put up too. What was the biggest challenge you going from high school to playing, Division I basketball?
I would say that when I first got to the speed of the game, the speed of the game, it picked up. It was very fast. It was open court now. You're playing in a coliseum like Coleman.
Right.
You got 20, 30,000 in there. Versus the other little gyms that you played in.
Right.
Much bigger atmosphere, and like also just playing with other great players. You know what I mean?
Right.
You've always been been the best player on your team at any time you played. But that's one reason why I also chose to go and play at a D1. I could have went and played at a smaller school or mid-major and been the man
and went crazy.
You know what I mean? But and went crazy. But I said to myself that's not something that I want to do. I want to go and play with other great players and achieve the ultimate take it back. And plus, like I said, Pettway was there, so that made it a lot better. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
With him recruiting me, and just see what happens. You know, I'm from Alabama, from the state. And like I said, it was just God's timing, man. I felt like, but yeah, just playing with other great players, the atmosphere, the open courts like it was, but I say and just overall, and that rigorous schedule, man. That rigorous schedule.
Yeah.
That's another, very challenging part that you go from high school to D1, man. That rigorous schedule, waking up, because like I said, Coach Grant, love him to death, man. Great guy, great coach, but he put it on you. You know what I mean? Like
Drill sergeant.
he was gonna hold you. Yes,
Yeah.
he was gonna make. He wasn't just coaching basketball player. He was coaching and was a leader of young men. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Coach Grant had us getting up at 4:30.
Yeah.
We had to be there at 5.
Conditioning.
We had 5 in the morning conditioning. 6 a.m., 6:15, 7 o'clock breakfast with everybody. Everybody's gonna be there for breakfast check. Everybody's gonna be there mingling, eating, whatever you're gonna do. You got classes from 8 to 12.
Right.
You go. Make sure you go to classes. You're gonna have Lance out there. Someone walking around.
Lance, right? Oh, Lance. Where you at, Chris? Right. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Hey, talking about you got your individual. You gotta go grab something to eat at the Ferg around 1. Then you got individual workouts.
Then you got your
like
weights.
2. Then you got your weights. You have your team
practice.
workouts. Yeah, you got practice.
Yeah.
Team workouts.
Yeah.
From like 5, from 4 to 6, 7 sometimes.
Man, I was about to say 6 a little early. I've been saying it's 3 hours plus with practice with Coach Grant. Man, it's 3 hours plus.
You better go in there and be great.
Hey, I used to say, we used to be on the baseline. We'd be like, hey, Coach, you got no family, man. Go see your wife and kids, man. They let us go, man.
I'm like, man, I done met out, man. But,
yeah.
Man, you got that to like 7. Go grab something to eat from the what's name with the football players real quick.
Yeah.
And then you got that study hall to kill your night off.
Right,
you
facts.
better hit that study hall. You're trying to get your books and you're trying to stay eligible. You know what I mean?
Then
so
after that, man, it's nighttime, and then you gotta go to sleep and do it all over again.
Better go to sleep.
Yeah, right. I'm
scared to go do anything.
Yeah, man. I be trying to tell people, they just don't understand that preseason conditioning, bro. It make a man out you, bro. I just see some stuff, man, that's different.
Discipline, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's discipline and it's different.
Exactly, boy. You be in your bed just praying.
Right. Hey, Rick said we used to be so scared we couldn't even sleep. We was so scared.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I know I got to get up at 4:30. It's 10:30 already. I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, right. So Chris, so let switch gears a little bit. So what was the most memorable moment that you had at Coleman Coliseum on the court that you could share with the people, as far as, giving them an inside scoop on like a game or something that happened like at halftime or like during a timeout or something like that? So share that with the people.
I'll tell you, man, it was quite a few. I give you my top 3.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'll tell you, one of them I can't leave out, man, because I always let that carry me today. And playing with Coach Grant, man, you have so many of those moments, man. Because he's such a profound guy, man. And you don't really realize him when you're there in the moment. You realize he's a pretty good, he's a good dude. But when you leave there and you look back, you be like, man, and you experience other things and other stuff, other places, woo.
Yeah.
And you be like, man. Yeah. I played for a great coach, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, I'll never forget, man. we was playing against, I think it was South Carolina, man, and Mikhail was. I didn't want to call names, but Mikhail my dog anyway, so I knew but man, we was just having issues. We was having any kind of turnover, and the post didn't feel like we was getting the ball enough, and the balls out. They was doing their thing, and it was
about right.
Big,
Yeah.
Came to the timeout, and Coach Grant told us, he said, and I was like, man, he said, it's okay to be mad, but it's not okay to let it linger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And that stuff still stick with me in life this time, in life right now, man. I remember he said it to a time out. He said it to us just like that, and I thought about it. I was like, dang, he ain't even mad at us for being mad. But we just can't let it linger on. Like, gotta move on to the next play. You know
Gotta
what I'm
address
saying?
it, then move on.
Address it and move on.
Like next play mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of my memorable moments because I feel like that stuck with me a little bit. Like I said, I still remember that to this day. And also, when we beat Kentucky, of course, you know what I mean. It's
Right.
always good to beat Big
Yeah.
Blue, man.
Yeah.
Beat Big Blue. I'll
It
never
be
forget
lit
that.
when we play Kentucky. It be
Woo!
lit in there. Yeah, it be lit. It be lit.
We beat them boys up in there, boy. And
Yeah.
they was crunk about that. But when we beat Kentucky, man, we put it on them, man. They had Brandon Knight out there, Deron Lamb,
Yeah.
Darius Miller.
Yeah.
It was ranked like it came in ranked like number 10, number 11 in
It
the
was
country.
nice too. Yeah.
They had Terrence Jones too. And
Terrence, lefty like 6'9". Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Terrence, hey, look, I was working, right? I never forget. This is a memorable moment. I never forget we was at Copa Coliseum. And Terrence Jones kept trying to take me one on one.
Yeah.
Terrence Jones kept trying to take me one on one. And every time it just turned out a bad situation because if you know me, the dog on defense, like I
Right.
wasn't
Facts. Yeah. You locking up now. Yeah.
Bro, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Cal, so funny, man. Like we played him. Coach Cal be like, "What are you doing?" It used to be so funny. It used to be so funny, bro.
It was a sub. He cussed him out from the time
he be letting them have
all the way to the bench. I was like, they ain't landing on him. I was like, dang.
He be going crazy.
I was like, golly. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know if I can play for a coach like that.
He got the resume. He go get him in the league, so they already know that would come with it. That would come with it. Yeah.
He was landing on, but he was right though. Coach Cal was right. He was playing a little selfish though, and that's one reason why they probably lost that game.
Yeah,
because he kept trying to do individual stuff on me, bro. Like, bro, that was I was just looking at that and I was listening to him talk to him. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that Coach Grant, he always did. He always respected his players and treated us like young men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would never. I ain't never even heard him. I don't think I ever heard the guy curse, let alone laying on you like that.
I don't know now. But right. Yeah. He respectful, But I'd have seen him last. I'd have seen him go crazy. But look, so what was a funny memory? Either in the locker. You know the memories that we have as far as like in the locker rooms. Off the court. What's a funny memory that you can share with the people without getting nobody in trouble now? Without getting nobody in trouble, what's a funny memory you can share with the people? Okay. Yeah, don't call them names. Just say the story. Yeah.
But the film was always funny because you got to be serious in film.
Right. Yeah.
I was the one that's going. Man, I'll never forget, man. We was in there watching film. We watching our mistakes. And Coach Grant and the team, they big on pausing.
Oh man. Pause. Yeah. Right.
Playing pause. Show you what he keep playing.
Yeah.
Man, he paused that thing one time. He said, "Now, Chris, I'm gonna use mine." When I say, Chris.
Yeah.
We went over the scouting report.
Yeah.
We said, Chris, watch back door. Coach, you looked at me. You said, Coach, I got it. Coach, I got it.
Yeah.
I was like, I do got him. I got him. I'm up here. I got my hand in the line.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Boy, as soon as he played it, that boy went back door on me. Back door on me. And man, I'm talking about, man, I bust out laughing. Nobody never laughs in film.
Yeah.
Game in film. But man, I got to laughing in there. Man, I couldn't hold it.
Right. Yeah.
Man, but man, like it was always some kind of funny moments in film, man.
Man, that's funny you say that because
it was notorious.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because he did the same thing. He did the same thing with me. He like you saying, the play in the pause. So
yeah,
and this man, I forgot who was playing, but I had shot a 3, and it was like the guy contested late, but on film it was like a hard contest, but. Like we get to the point we don't really see that hand when we shoot because we get up thousands of shots. So he played it and paused it. He said, "Nah, Coop." He said, "Nah, Coop. You could have." He said, "You ain't even have to pump fake. You could have lift your eyebrows." and you could have went by him and did any dunk in the book you wanted to see, you wanted to do. Hey, he hit play, man. The lane closed so fast. I'm like, but it looked, when he hit pause, it looked like the lane was just wide open. We hit play, man. The lane closed so fast, man. I'm like, this dude here, man, is out of control.
Man,
but
he low key funny now.
he is low key funny. He is. It's like a dry humor. It's like a dry humor. But
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
So I got a question, man. I wanted to ask you on here live because I wanted to get your normal reaction. I got a funny question. So it's a rumor I heard, and I want to know if it's true. So man, I heard, we have a big game. I think it was against Tennessee. It's a big game, an ESPN game for the people that gonna be watching and listening. When it's ESPN, we want to make sure like our line straight. We getting a fresh cut. We want to make sure like when we on ESPN, we want to make sure we on point. So man, I heard it was y'all went and got y'all pregame cut. Your barber. Well, I don't know if it was your main barber or it was just a barber you went to that it was last minute. I don't know. Man, they said he messed you up. He messed your line up. They said that game you had to wear a headband. You had to wear a headband that game because the barber messed your head up. And I want to know, and the people want to know, is that true or not?
Yeah. I and to confirm that, and it's so crazy. Like I said, most of the time when you go through the toughest stuff, the greatest things happen because out of all the games,
you had the best game.
I made Sports Center. I made Sports Center.
Yeah.
Was on Sports Center for like 2 of the plays out of that game from the Vanderbilt game. I'll never forget it was the Vanderbilt game.
It was Vanderbilt. Okay. It was Vanderbilt. One Tennessee. Okay. Yeah.
We was getting ready to go to Vanderbilt. We was playing against John Jenkins that night and all that.
John Jenkins was a shooter too. Yeah.
My boy. The big boy that played for Golden State right now.
Yeah.
Yes, man. And we made Sports Center that night because I had threw Tony like a couple lobs.
Yeah.
And he went and got him off the rim, and then I made one other top play from the free throw line. Where it tipped up and went in, and they had the camera all on me that night too, boy.
And you had that headband on.
You had that headband. Look, I knew it was bad because look, Coach Grant rule. If you don't wear it
during practice, you can't wear it during the game. You can't wear it during the game. Yeah.
I went to him right before we got ready to take off the fly to Nashville or whatever. To Vandy or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, Coach, I know your rule now. I said, but I need a headband. He said, Chris, what you need a headband for? You ain't never wore a headband.
Yeah.
Go look at my line. He said, yo, put the headband on. You can wear it. You can wear it. You can wear it. I got you. You can wear it. I said, damn. It does. He'll prove it quick. He ain't had nobody else. Go ahead. You can wear it.
You can go ahead. You can wear it.
I was like, man, my headband, that little bag.
But it's crazy. You made Sports Center though. It's crazy. That's dope though. That's dope.
Sports Center. Top play, top Sports Center, top 10 that play, man. That I say, man, the craziest stuff produced the greatest moments, man.
Yeah, the greatest moments. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, he messed my headband up. I ain't even get into it.
So let's talk about Alabama basketball and Coach Nate Oates and everything that they doing right now is crazy as far as the year they had this year, and as far as them win the SEC championship, finishing the Sweet 16 and things like that. So talk about Alabama basketball and Coach Oates as far as the thing he has accomplished up until this point and how fast he's accomplished these things. So talk about that.
Well, to answer your question, man, just to elaborate on that, man, I think he's done a great job. Like I said, so fast. I mean, he got that program rolling. Man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see it coming like that, but I mean, I could tell he was a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
I haven't really met him yet, but we text.
He good
a
people.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could tell by the way he was messaging when he texts. I was like, man, this guy, he ain't messing around, any. And he hadn't even played a game in Alabama. He was telling us to come up there and he wanted us to come up there and mix it up with the guys he had and to give him some runs and to kick the butt a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I could tell. Man, I was like, he got the right the right mindset, like and the right fire behind him. Though I can tell, like he's gonna be all right. And I saw his track record from Buffalo. I mean,
Yeah.
he seemed like a really great student of the game, a great coach, a great leader of young men,
Right.
and that like I say, he was going to be a force and a reckon to deal with in the
Yeah.
SEC, and so far he has, man. Great. I had a great season this season. I see he got even better players coming in this year, even that's following up. Like he's just reloading, and he set a great foundation for the program, man, to build on for the next years to come. And I can't wait to see what happens with him, man.
And it's the system, man. It's the system and the style of play, man. It's fun. It's fun to play in, and then like they up and down, they scoring the ball at a high clip. So I just couldn't see like no guy want to come in and not want to play in that system. Like it's crazy. The opportunities like from 1 through 5, and even the bench coming in and stuff like that. His opportunities like are endless with that system. So I know you're talking about as far with the recruiting class. With the guys. They got coming in, we top in the country in recruiting class as far as, with the class that's coming in, and as far as the guys that are returning, we're gonna be a pretty deep team again this year. So so I want your predictions as far as I know me and you both know as far with the NCAA tournament, anything can happen in one game. Some team can get hot and go crazy, and there's always, be an upset. But I want your predictions as far as where you think we'll place in the conference this coming up year.
I mean, based on what I saw from him last year, and I can't juice him up too much. We at Alabama State now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sweat. Yeah.
So you know what I mean. But it's all love. Long as y'all don't come up against that black and gold, we good.
Right. Right.
But based on everything, that I saw from them and the other teams, like the top teams that's supposed to be the top teams in the SEC, or people expect to be the top team, like they was like like Bama had them by like a little landslide this year, and like I said, like we've only gotten better in talent. Picking up JD, picking up the big man. Haven't seen him much, but I saw a few clips, a few highlights from him and stuff like that, man, and stuff like that. So, man, I expect us to be right back up there up top again. 1, 2, winning the SEC possibly. I mean, man, you the champ until you get unthrown.
Until you get unthrown, facts.
Yeah, you the champ, man. So I look at us like be back at the top of the totem pole this year, man. I don't see anybody just that's gonna do us like that. I think the couple of guys that they had, I don't know, one of them's probably gonna go into the league from our rival school. So, man, I look at us to be right back. We still gonna have the same system, especially if we shooting those shots like that again this year.
Right.
Shoot, we'll be right back in there, man. We'll be right back in there. I mean, we right now, Bama's the top of the echelon in the SEC.
Yeah.
And that's just the foundation he set, over these last 2 years of playing, man. I don't see that changing, in 1 year like that.
Right.
Especially a year where you don't even really have a drop off.
Right, exactly. And then on top of that, I see him like, constantly going over there talking to Nick Saban and stuff like that, as far as saying, how to stay consistent on like the GOAT facts with the the track record that Saban got, man, is, we all know he's a GOAT is ridiculous. So why not? You have access to that resource. Why not go over there and ask questions and try to learn and try to soak up the game? And I see him doing that a lot too. But nah, man, just my experience with Coach Oates too, man. He's a good dude, man. Like just from me meeting him in person, he been a real cool cat, man. And then as far as like us shooting pool together, we very competitive when it comes to shooting pool. We be talking trash and stuff like that. Okay. And then he even had me, in his home and stuff like that. And I really appreciate that too. So he's a good guy, man. He's a good dude. We be texting, staying in communication and stuff like that too. So let's switch gears a little bit as far as, with the youth. So with your route to Bama, it was a little different. It wasn't the normal route as far as, you going JUCO. So what would your advice be for the youth that has to go that route, that's aspiring to, pursue their dreams to play Division I basketball?
Oh, man, that's a great question, man. But I would tell you just keep your eyes on the prize, because JUCO could be really tough. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a lot of tough JUCO like that. I was thankful that I was able to pick out a JUCO that no, it was tough, but it was love. It was love, and it was doable.
Yeah.
But all JUCO is not like that, and a lot of times guys go JUCO it's a real reality check.
Right.
Reality check, and to see if you really want to do this, if you really want to go this route.
Right.
Because like I say either you got grade issues. A lot of JUCOs don't offer money like that,
Yeah.
so you have financial issues, or
Mm.
just a host of things. So, but man, JUCOs can be very rough, very tough.
Yeah.
So just got to keep your eyes on the prize, keep your feet planted, and just know that this is whatever come my way, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna deal
Right.
with it. So, because like I tell you, JUCO can turn a lot of people off sometimes.
Mm. So I know you were saying as far as making sure that you choose the right JUCO. So what do a kid need to look for as far as choosing a junior college?
That's a great question, man. Because I'll tell you, I give you my own personal experience with JUCOs.
Okay.
I had, of course, a multitude of JUCOs that was, offering me scholarships, and
Right.
I'm so glad I chose the one I did, because it just so happened when I chose SWIC, and I chose them because I wasn't only looking for a JUCO that was tops in the country in basketball, because they
Right.
was top five in basketball. But I was also looking for academically stable JUCO that
Mm.
could that I could my grades and everything will transfer
Right.
once I got to a D1, because sometimes you go to these JUCOs, like I say, and it don't work out. It don't work out, and you end up your credits don't end up transferring
Mm.
where you'll be D1 eligible. So you've been
Yeah.
when did that time for nothing, basically pointless. But
Right.
I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it. Chipola College down in Florida was recruiting me as well, and
Yeah.
just soon after I got the Southwest, they end up cleaning house,
Mm.
for like, what I mean.
Yeah.
It was a ton of violations they had incurred or whatnot, but guys was left without a scholarship,
Yeah.
and with that bad and with that violation and that stuff attached to their name, it probably was tough for them to get into another JUCO, and they still hadn't qualified D1,
Mm.
because one or two people could affect the whole bunch in those kind of situations.
Right.
In those kind of situations. So
Yeah.
I wasn't only just looking for a basketball JUCO. I was looking for an academically JUCO with a coach that also with a coach that these D1 coaches could trust it, and
Right.
trusted the products that's coming out of those JUCOs.
Right. And got like a track
Yeah,
record too. Yeah. I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And but yeah, that was definitely valuable information that the parents can take into consideration too when they kid
hmm
like want to go that route as far as the different things they need to look for. So
Yeah, check those JUCOs graduation rate, because those graduation rates low is 9 times out of 10 those kids ain't gonna qualify D1 to go on and play at a Division 1, which was your ultimate goal and wanting to do.
mm, yeah.
So
Yeah.
check those, and like I say, just make sure they're credible, man. They're credible
Mhm.
JUCO, because a lot of times, these JUCOs don't be who they say they are.
Right. So this is the last question, man. We wrapping up the episode. So what advice would you give to a young Chris Hines that's going to be watching or listening to this episode?
Man, I would just never quit. Uh, just keep going, man. Just do it all. You know what your ultimate goal is. The ultimate goal is to be successful.
All right.
Uh, regardless of what that looks like to anybody else.
Mhm.
Your ultimate goal is to be successful, and be happy and at peace with yourself,
Right.
and to keep your mental good and clean. So I would just say, man, just don't ever give in to people or try to live your life for people.
Mm.
Um, you know, and like just stay humble, stay
Right.
hungry, stay true to yourself, man. You gotta stay true to yourself, because if you don't stay
Facts.
true to yourself, then you ain't gonna be happy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
You'll be
I'll tell you
miserable.
this right here. Oh man, you're gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but dude, I'm talking about. But you gotta stay true to self, man. And I'll tell you this real quick. 2011 is one of the craziest and most disheartening things at points in my life.
Mm.
Getting up to the end of your college career,
Yeah.
get up to the end of your college career in a spot, in a moment that you prayed for your entire life, and you get to this point, they have nothing going on. When the season's over, no play in, no play up, just
Cause that was during like
nothing.
that when the lockout was going on, right? Yeah,
Lockout. It's
yeah,
NBA lockout. You
yeah,
played your ass off your whole career to get to a point to where you can see what your worth is, where you're gonna get drafted, or where you can enter a draft, go play over here
right.
in these different places, and it was nothing going on. I mean, nothing.
Mm,
And that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking.
yeah.
And then your first season, I end up getting a contract going overseas. My first season over there, I sustained an injury.
Mm,
And I'm telling you, man, it's all kind of things that, like I said, that'll happen to detour your confidence, man, or but it's just really just testing your faith. You know what I mean? So
facts.
I say just through it all, man. You just gotta know what you want in life, and the ultimate goal is to be successful. Like
Right,
I still feel like I don't even feel bad about like not going to the league or none of that stuff because I'm
right.
happy with where I am and what I got. Like I got two beautiful daughters,
Mm,
an amazing wife, man. That was my
yeah.
goal in life, to be
Mm,
successful and have a family. That's something I never had. You
right.
gotta look at it. You can't look at it from your point of view. You gotta look at it from what God has for you
For
point of view. You know what
facts,
I'm saying?
facts, bro.
You gotta look at what God has for you.
Yeah,
And it's so crazy, man. I always refer back to this man, but dog, this dude was so vital in my life. But Coach Grant would always tell me, he's like, how many years you got left, Chris, on your legs? 5, 6, 7 years.
yeah.
How much longer you gonna play? But I look back on those moments. I look and the ultimate message he was trying to tell me, like, you ain't gonna be able to play basketball forever anyways. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't bounce that ball forever. That ball gonna eventually stop.
Stop. Yeah.
And that's when he used to always when he used to always say that to me. I used to wonder, like, what is this guy talking about? What does he mean? You know what I
Mm,
mean? But man, that dude definitely uh, definitely uh, was very important to me in my life. It meant
yeah.
a lot. Learned a lot from him, and man, just like a father figure, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it because, like I say, man, you need that. You need that out here on this path when you doing what you're doing and you're
Right.
going through life, man. And when that ball gonna stop bouncing,
Mm,
what's next? That's the most
mm,
uh, puzzle thing it is. Like what I'm gonna do next? What have I set myself up? To do now. So yeah, man, just keep your faith, and like I said, like it's not about what you think success is, but it was about what God has for you,
facts.
and your success.
And it's funny that
What
sometimes we have like these, 3-year plans, 5-year plans, 10-year plans, and I always say God left with our plans because His plans could be a lot bigger than what we thinking about. You feel me?
exactly,
And
man.
then on
Always.
top, yeah, and then on top of that, as far as like you know, what you was talking about, as far as like the trials and tribulations and stuff like that, like you never know. Like I say the same thing too. Everything happened for a reason. So you got to go through those peaks and valleys, man, to be able to like see who you really are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But dope, man, dope, man. I appreciate you sharing that, and give the people your social
Always.
media handles, man, and then also people, he's at Alabama State right now, so like definitely like kids and
Yeah.
parents and stuff like that. That's a resource for you guys if you want to reach out to them. But give the
Yes,
people your
sir. HBCU, baby.
yes, sir. Get the people your social media handle so they can either reach out to you or be able to follow your journey.
Oh, well, I'm on Facebook, William Christian. You can hit me on Facebook. My is William Christian. My Instagram is right now is 44 blessings. That's 44. I'm sorry, 44 underscore blessings with the S. So you can hit me up on there. I mostly do those. I don't really do a lot of other social media. I you know, uh, really be a little low key on social media because
Mm.
I have come here, yeah, because I have these two dudes
Daddy
right here
duties. Yeah.
that keep me going.
Yeah.
I really don't, but I try to definitely be on there and support my people and support my brothers.
Right.
Definitely watch your podcast and your interviews.
Appreciate that.
And, yeah, man, and just looking, but yeah. So you can reach me on those two. William Christian on Facebook, 44 underscore blessings on Instagram, And like I said, I only post the real, man. I keep it real.
Got you. And then another thing too, man, I was just thinking about as you was talking, as far as when coaches tell you as far as how many years you go playing and the ball go stop bouncing one day. The thing is, make sure that you guys are like building relationships while you're in school, because once that ball stop bouncing, because the thing is, just like when I had Coach D on here, he played 14 years pro. And I said, you still only 36 years old, so you got a whole rest of your life.
Whole life.
Yeah, you got a whole life to live. So the thing is, making sure that you build a relationship with people, making sure that you having things in place that can set you up, as far as the next phase in your life, as far as with basketball, because that's one thing I had to realize too. And then it's crazy, like as a kid, they kind of like set us up for, I'm not gonna say failure, because that's not it. But as far as like, it set us up, because thinking they tell us how great we are with basketball and stuff like that, and then basketball is the only thing, and we put our identity with basketball. Basketball is a part of us, but it's not necessarily like who we are as people. You feel me? Like we eat, sleep, and breathe basketball, but the thing is, like, once that ball stop bouncing, like, what you gonna do? So you got to figure out, different things that you're passionate about, different things that the gifts that God gave you, that you can use that to utilize that to be able to be, give some value to the world and the workforce, or if you want to start your own business and things like that. So I wanted to definitely say that, but this is another episode of Locker Room Talk with Coop. Make sure that you guys like, comment, share this video with somebody you think will enjoy it, and also hit those red letters that say subscribe for your boy if you're enjoying the show. And Chris, man, I appreciate you for coming on.
Salute you, man. Appreciate you, Coop.
Yes, sir.